Hello and welcome to another episode of Roots and Wings Unscripted. A bit of a funny one today, a bit of a fun one, a bit of a different one, because we thought, well, let's be a bit more daring with this episode. Let's just make it a bit, I don't know, I just feel like it was missing something. I feel like it just needed a bit of pizzazz, a bit of something. I'm going to move comfortably. Don't look at my chest. We thought, wouldn't it be fun if we just randomly put together some questions? And this doesn't mean that they're just our questions. It could be just questions in general. But we thought, wouldn't it be fun if we would just to write questions for each other without knowing what the questions are? Now, there can be a bit of everything. We've given ourselves a set number of questions and some time frames, some rules. But generally speaking, I've not seen your questions. You've not seen my questions.
Riveting.
So they can be completely,
Anything,
they can be anything. So why not go into it? And we're also going to try and discuss a little bit about some requests
We rock,
that we've
paper,
been
scissors,
that
who
we've
goes
put
first?
through. Oh, go on then.
Not rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors.
I've not played rock paper scissors in a long time. Let's
You know
go.
how to play.
Yeah, I
You
remember.
want me to go over the rules?
Yeah, let's do it.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh.
Rock, paper, scissors. Ah!
Right.
Okay, fine. That
So I
means
go
I go or
first.
you go. You go.
No, who won? I won.
You won. No, I won.
So I asked the question first. And these, bear in mind, these can be a blend of stupid questions and real questions. But I'm going to get real deep. I'm going to get real philosophical here. I want to know, how has your influence, or influences, if you have more, changed over the years, and more importantly, since joining
No.
the lovely band that is stickers the wrong way
I can
around.
see your question.
It
You
doesn't
pick
matter
more
to
one.
look at you can't read them.
Oh, I
you,
forget I'm blind.
because you can't read. There you go for it. So how have your influences changed over the years,
So I think
and specifically since joining this lovely journey with me?
anyway, so I think, do you mean playing wise or do you mean structurally?
Just influences, just in general. You know, whether that will be any musical influence that has impacted you over the years. How have they changed from you before me, you before us, and you after us?
So are you saying from day one till now? Or are you
No, I
saying
mean before you were in the band, and
when I was young?
the
or?
transition can be the day before, mate. I don't mind. I just mean from when you weren't in the band to when you were in the band.
Not Taylor Swift.
There you go.
So obviously,
Shake it off.
together, Oasis was number 2, actually, to be honest. The first band I was really influenced to play to was Green Day with Trey Cool. I mean, when I heard him play, I just kind of didn't really get it. But all I heard was just a lot of fast playing. So I was like,
Okay.
for someone who had a lot of energy, I was sort of kind of like, well, that seems interesting, and I kind of want to know more about it because I don't really know what it is. I don't really understand what he's done. How has he made that sound? So then I went to lessons in my primary school, did that, found I had really natural rhythm and I could play. And there's a thing with drummers, right? If you can play a 4/4 groove with the hi-hat on the 4 playing 4s, and then obviously everything else 2, and then a constant bass drum within the right feel, then you're a natural drummer. And that, to be fair, I had that.
So since you're explaining all of that about talent, what happened then?
What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about.
What happened now? Why isn't any of that talent retained?
I can't. Sorry, I can't quite hear you. Anyway, so
It must be the headphones.
so
So how's it changed to
So,
that?
like,
To
I think what
What's
happened
changed?
was, for me, I think before I joined the band, I think I've always had a sense of sort of understanding of melody and music and how things should be structured, how to write. But I think I was in a few bands, but they weren't serious bands in the sense of like, I hadn't met someone who was as driven and as competent on guitar and vocals as you are. So then when I came across to you going, oh, let's do this, I want to try this, and this will match the vocals, I never really had that because obviously Al and I went to the same sort of college uni, and we know that
At different times. So we weren't ever there physically, but we were there together at heart. Spiritually, that's the one.
But like, you know, when you went there, you didn't really latch on to many people because it was like you fluctuated. So when I joined, it evolved by how I structured and sort of how basically whatever was being thought of, I would find things inspirationally wise that kind of matched and worked with the song. So for example, with Fall in Line, I listened to a lot of Blink-182 with that one, and I also listened to sort of like more hard rock kind of drumming, and just kind of took a lot of inspiration from like that, watching a bit more, listening to a bit more Led Zeppelin and stuff like that, and then
So you just sort of gravitated towards listening to things that fit the band and
I always have my same band that I'm always gonna like, but I think it's more educated homework now.
That's what I mean. Like, have you discovered or have your influences changed between before joining the band and between being in the band? Have there been any new bands that have kind of become, even from interacting with us and with me and with other musicians and stuff? I mean, judging by what you're wearing, I don't think so. But
I mean, I think I think when you show me things of the bands you like, right, I have taken it with inspiration. I enjoy it, but I think for me personally, it's kind of like I don't really think it changes my inspiration of listening per se. I now I listen to learn. I don't really listen to go, okay, that's my new band, because I'm always going to be like Oasis or Foo Fighters. It's just what I enjoy, but I'll take. So my influences evolve by what I take from band.
that's quite cool. That was a pretty heartfelt response. Go on, then your turn now. I'm scared. I'm genuinely scared.
Number one, what do I do generally, total, anything, to piss you off?
In what scenario?
The band and generally.
Generally, okay. You show up
Okay, that's a good start.
at my house for starters.
Uninvited.
I think you have a very, very impressive talent to just enter into someone's skin in such a way that I've felt sometimes like just jumping in a bowl of fire when I'm with you. By the amount of just how you just crawl under my skin in I don't even know how you do it, but do you know what? You'd be excellent working for like American agencies like FBI and CIA, like for torture. I reckon it could just 24 hours with you.
So essentially, what I've gathered is I'm pretty great.
Yeah, you're fantastic.
So what specifically? It's not going to change, but it's just funny.
No, of course it isn't going to change, yeah. I hate when you chew gum. You're a very loud chewer. God. We're going to need a whole other 20 minutes for this, Toby. This is going to be just episode 1. And it's going to be 20 minutes of just me going at it. And then next episode, yeah. I think at the top is probably how loud you chew gum and how you eat like a caveman. Which, by the way, it's something that isn't just me. You know, I've seen your mother Your mother? Your mother.
Yo, I've seen your
I've
mother.
seen your mother just giving you looks that it was just like, how?
I'm a grown boy, so
Yeah.
try and pay as much for anything.
Anyways, well, there you go. Like I said, that's going to be a whole other series, so we might just do that. I don't know.
It should be, like, Family Guy. You know what my grinds my gears? Just like, you know what I hate? Toby.
Literally.
Okay, you're
That's
good.
my turn. There you go. That's another thing.
So anyway, so how...
What? I'm just trying to. I'm picking which question I want to ask next out of the list that I've got. What's your favorite bit about being in Roots and Wings? Favorite thing?
The man.
The men. Yeah.
To be honest, I think the main thing... I think the main thing I enjoy and did enjoy was, I think, when it started when I initially joined and played with you, and I think I'm not going to be horrible to other people, but there can be a mediocrity in other aspects of things. So, for example, there might be someone who's, got the chops, but they just can't write and they're not reliable. And it just wound me up. And then I obviously auditioned for our band, right?
Let me just put my nipples away a minute. I'll put a little blur thing.
But like,
just overdone it with the
I
shirt
think
today.
When I think what I enjoyed was when I heard your playing, you had a very balanced sound on a guitar that I've never really heard a lot. So for me, I was instantly like, I really like your guitar sound tone-wise. So I was like, this is gritty, and it's also not too heavy to the point where the melody is lost. And I think the main thing I appreciate now, and I think the main thing is that I think you and I have now reached the point where writing-wise, we sort of know what we want, and we're kind of there. So when it comes to writing, I think I enjoy the fact that it used to be potentially you were sort of, I wouldn't say the word intimidated, but I would suggest something and it would kind of come across like, I'm the guitarist and you're the drummer, sit down, right? But now it seems like now we've been around so long, I've made so many good suggestions, you've also added on to the suggestions.
Yeah, it's because I had no choice.
Yeah, pretty much. To the point where now it's like, I think we all know that we offer something good, and if you say no, it's just gonna damage the song because we all know. So I enjoy now the sort of motivation of us being in the band and wanting to really go for it more than we've ever wanted. So
Fair.
It's just the persistence of wanting to make our sound and to do it.
I think I agree with that. Yeah, it's just we've found we have other thoughts and other ways that we think we can achieve it, but the end goal is the same. It's still
Just
still
a
that
side
way.
note quick, and then obviously I'll ask mine, but really quickly, I think for me it was the new songs we've written. Obviously they'll be on socials, maybe floating around, but I personally believe they're some of the most professional things I've heard recently and we've written. Just the structure, how they all sound, the quality of volume, how the songs turned out better than we thought. That's for me the way of going. We've evolved really well as songwriters a lot. So,
I'm scared. I'm sweating.
that kind of like here you go. I'll ask you number 3 because number 2 is sort of similar to what you asked me.
Go on.
What are your favourite songs we've written? And if there is anything, what would you change on any of the songs? You could rewrite it.
Of all of the songs, which one is my favorite? This is going to be a difficult one. Very difficult one. Extremely difficult one.
Yeah, stop stalling.
Yeah, I am stalling because I don't know. Well, I'm going to go and say current favorite song at the moment, and is a song that we've annoyingly not released yet because... Why are you looking at me now? We've not released it yet, but it's a song called, we'll call it number 3, song 3, for the purposes of not giving too much away.
Give me the first 2 letters.
No.
Because I don't know what that
No,
is.
Toby, no.
Oh, I see.
The people behind the screen are gonna be like bastards, just talking in
That's
code.
probably the same for me.
Yeah, and I think I would. Oh, what would I don't think there's anything that I would change about it. I just think
No, this is generally all of them.
all of them. What would I change about the song?
Because that could be like, for
I'm a
example,
sucker for.
you're a sucker generally.
Yeah, I'm a sucker generally. I'm a sucker. That's it. I'm a sucker for like Queen Def Leppardy style backing vocals, like the big, heavy, supporting, thick backing vocals, just like different harmonies and 10 vocal lines underneath the lead line. So I'll probably do that, and we have done that sort of similar thing on another song. Who we'll just call it song 4. Yeah.
You free.
Well, whatever. One of the 3 songs that we've recently gotten together to do. 1 is out, 2 aren't. 1 we've just
Mine.
discussed, so there's another one. But anyways, I'm
I
not
know
going to give
exactly
away
the
the
one.
answer. I'm just going to leave it for things. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, we've done that, and I love stacking vocals like that, and just having a shit ton of just That's
So
probably
basically, you've given me a politician answer then, haven't actually answered my question.
no, I have
So you would add more harmonies.
more harmonies, but more of those specific
So what
harmonies.
song would you add them then?
Probably Fade Away. Fade Away, I feel like would really lock in with some. Imagine this, a sort of Bohemian Rhapsody like.
Where would you
6.
do it? Chorus.
Yeah, probably the chorus.
Okay.
Or just write some like extra funky bit for the start of the song, which would be funny. But anyways, that's a whole other episode. How do you hide a receding hairline? Sorry, I forgot the H there.
What do you fucking mean?
How do you successfully hide a receding hairline?
Well, I wouldn't know.
Wouldn't you?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah. This is all grand, top quality hair, right?
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of receding hairline. People
Well-
watching this thinking, no, I'm
Well,
actually tuning into.
my hair is glorious, and it is gonna flourish into locks.
It is now.
But basically, well, to be fair, I haven't been blessed with your Italian stallion hair of glistening hair, right?
I might just give you some of it if you want. Next time I go to get a cut,
fair,
I'll
I've
give
been
you
blessed with my face, so I'll take the face over your face. So, well, I just go. You just trim around it. To be fair, just make it into like you make it into the style that complements the hair, and you can't be too cocky and go.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna.
Well, just let us know when you find the style that suits you. That's your question now.
Okay.
Go on, hit me with them.
Okay. This is all.
We said we must ask one stupid question, but the rest has to be. So go on, give me your stupid
So
question.
of these two, who is your favorite uncle, Super Mario or Chef Gusteau from Ratatouille?
Chef Gusteau's. That's France. It's nowhere near, you know.
I can see the resemblance.
Nah, please don't say that. Don't resemble me to a French. Nothing wrong with a French, but
Similar nose.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm gonna go for Chef Gusteau
Now, why is that?
because I grew up watching that, and you know, you might not think, but I don't actually have a lot of experience with Super Mario and stuff. I've played it over the years a few times, but I
Wouldn't that
grew up with
be-
watching that movie, and that was just an iconic movie.
Wouldn't that be essentially jail time in Italy?
Why? I have played it. I
He's,
have done it.
he's the global icon. He's the plumber
I have
from
played
your
it.
mother.
Yeah, but I have played it, just not that many times. So
You
yeah, I'll go
haven't-
Chef Gusteau because I'm into cooking a little bit.
you
Shout
haven't-
out to us cooking live streams, which we haven't done in ages.
You haven't invited him round to see
No.
your family? You haven't greeted your uncle?
Well, he has. He's been under my chef hat the whole time.
You moron.
No, I could fit. It was a big chef hat.
He's just jumping on you.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, Chef Cousteau. I never really liked Super Mario.
I think that's probably illegal. Okay.
To close, I'll close because I'm the lead singer. I'm more important. I'll ask the last question. How does music affect / impact your life? Thank you. This was Roots and Wings.
Well, I think there is nothing personally. Like I'm really into the gym and doing martial arts, right? Those are two things that really get me in the mood, right?
Eyes up here, babe.
And they give me they make me feel good, but I know that when I write music, there's nothing that makes me feel more driven, more sort of obsessed. Because I'm not joking, and this is the truth. If we ever got to the point where we're on the road and we're writing an album, you better bet that I'll be pushing to do 7 hours every day. I could do it forever. I could write for a whole day and not get tired. There's something about music and just making it, and I like the idea that it starts from an idea and then you have this whole accumulated system of things that it was going to be, and then eventually it just becomes it, and it might become better than you thought or what you thought. So for me, it impacts me in the sense of I think if I wasn't writing music, it would kind of just, I don't think there would be much that would kind of get me as excited, really. I enjoy other things, but I remember the first time before our glorious band, I was in another band with my mate Sam, big up, right? And we were writing a song that I helped write, and I remember this very vividly. This was back at ACM, right? In Rodborough, right? We were writing, we'd written a song, we'd had it professionally recorded in the SSL, right? And we were mixing it, and I was jumping up and down off all the seats for a solid 20 minutes because I was so excited to see how the songs were going to turn out and telling them what to do. And I was jumping, and I promise you, if Sam, if you listen to this, if you had walked, and he almost did, stepped in front of me one time to try and stop me from running, I would have probably bodied him into the wall and maybe broken his back because I was so in the mood. I love being creative and writing music.
So it's fair to say that it's part of you. It's
Pretty
part
much.
of your day-to-day.
Yeah.
Well, that's brilliant because I relate to that also. But anyways, we have been Roots and Wings. I have to call time because otherwise we're going to never stop, and it's going to be way too long. One day we'll get there. We'll do a 3-hour long episode.
We could do, to be honest.
And people
Then
will actually watch it, which will be the ideal situation.
Probably fall asleep.
Yeah. Anyways, we've been Roots and Wings to yet another episode of Unscripted, which I'm loving. We've done so much. I think this is episode number
7, I think.
6, 7. There you go, lost
7.
count, and counting. Thank you very much for joining us. And as always, don't forget to send us in our questions. You can email us, you can DM us, you can send them via the post, even though you haven't got an address, but whatever. Get creative with them. You can guess, yeah. Yeah, thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much for...
who assesses people's height on internet. He says I'm 6 foot, and he's like, let's see your real height. He sees this video and goes, let's find your real address. He just starts checking
No.
me.
Thank you very much for joining, everyone. I'll see you on the next episode.